I'm back. Yep, this is Tom Styles, and I'm back again. This is show number 364, and I want to get your inputs on these new Eton radios. I'm trying to decide which radio to purchase first for review. Now, it gets a little complicated because not all four of the new radios are available right now, so in one case at least, I'll have to wait. And the question is, do I want to wait? So let me show you the specs here and let's just talk about them. And I hope you'll give me a comment and say which one I should get first. Okay, here is the new Eton Field Radio, which, like I said on the previous show, it basically looks like a repackaged version of the Grundig 450. And if you go down to the specs here, this is off the Eton website. Here's the specs. And it's AM, FM shortwave bands. FM has RDS system, treble and bass controls, RF gain controls, wide and narrow bandwidth selection, 50 memory storage locations, and da 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 da. Now, then this one's on the market right now for about $145, and I believe when the satellite, which is equivalent as far as features to the 750 comes out, it's going to be about $50 more, or about $200. So I'm trying to decide because this one, the field radio, is available now, although Amazon just ran out of them, but they said they're going to get some more in soon, whatever that means. But there's some drawbacks here in that, for instance, it only gives you 50 memory locations. So that's marginal if all you're going to do is store, your top 50. But if you like to store a whole bunch of things, some things, you might not be able to receive too often, but at least it's there. You're going to be limited. It also has no automatic tuning and storing capability like the 750 does. So that's a couple of drawbacks. Although, one positive is I like the format because I like the old Grundig radio formats with a fairly substantial sized radio, big concentric, big tuning knobs. The other thing is the field radio and the 450, because like I say, these characteristics down here are basically the 450s, is it doesn't have direct tuning. It doesn't have a keypad. And I really have gotten spoiled with keypads. So it's kind of for a new radio that to me it's almost a must, unless it's a very inexpensive radio for like under $50. Then maybe it won't have a keyboard. So I'm trying to decide, and it's only $145, and it's kind of available at Amazon, except they ran out. So I could maybe get this within the next couple of weeks. Now, the other option is this one. This is a satellite. It's not available right now. It's supposed to have come out in September, we just turned over to September. I have no idea when it's going to be out, whether they've got any delays or anything. It's just unknown. So if I wanted to save up another $50 and get this one, then I'll have to wait. But it has all the characteristics of the 750, which is my primary radio in this price range. Now I have other radios that, are several $100s, $400 or $500 compared to $200, which is what this one is. But this one, this one has single sideband. The other one doesn't have single sideband. It has the aircraft band. It has long wave. I never get any long wave signals here in Florida. So that's not a big deal. And I found from using the 750 that for aircraft band, I'm better using a cheap scanner than to try to use the Grundig 750. So those two don't bother me. Single sideband, yes, I really want single sideband. And it does have the ATS tuning. That's a nice feature. Although I could live without that. It does have synchronous detection. I don't know if the 750 has synchronous detection, and the reason I don't know is because I never use it. It's on any radio, my Sony radios, it's never done a very good job, so I never use it. Now, here's a big plus. It has 700 memory locations. And if you watch some of my shows on my 750 where I use the ATS function, it fills up those memory locations in a hurry when it's doing that ATS scan. So that's kind of nice. Now, on the downside, I don't like this new form factor. To me, this looks kind of like the Texan PL 880. And notice there's only one knob on this thing, and I assume that's a tuning knob. I like knobs. I'm sorry. I just like knobs. And the 750, as you've seen on my show, it's got a bunch of knobs. You know, it's got a knob for BFO. It's got a knob for RF gain. It's got a bunch of knobs. It's got bass, treble, volume, all on a separate knob. We got one knob here, and I assume that's for tuning. Now, it may serve a multi-function, but I'm guessing it might be, you know, volume and tuning. Maybe you push it in to get volume or something like that. I don't know. But I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't have. When we go back to the other one, see all these knobs? I like lots of knobs. Individual knobs. You know, one of these is volume, one's RF gain, one is treble, one's bass. Got the concentric, big fat concentric tuning knobs. I don't know what to do here. It's a real toss-up. I just don't know what to do because I like all these extra features, extra memory, a keypad, so you can punch in a frequency instead of taking this thing and crank and crank and crank and crank and crank it. So anyway, I need your input. What do you think I should do? Should I go ahead and grab one of these 450s now, or as soon as Amazon gets them back in stock, or should I hold out and get the satellite? I know you would say get both. Well, I can't afford both right at the moment, so gotta decide here. Either if I decide on the satellite, then I'm going to have to wait. If I decide on the field radio, I've got to keep my eye open for the next one available on Amazon and grab it. So anyway, I appreciate any input. You can give it to me via a comment on this video, or you can send me a direct email to TRRS73@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.